It started with a phone call. A phone call that would shatter a mother's reality forever. But no one could prepare for the horror that would follow. This is the story of Lily Hammond, a woman who, like any mother, trusted the sound of her daughter's voice. But what if that voice wasn't really hers? What if the voice you hear in the dead of night is something else entirely? It was around 2 a.m. when Lily's phone buzzed, an unfamiliar number lighting up her screen. She had just returned from her late shift at the hospital, exhausted and longing for peace. But this call would push her into a nightmare she never woke from.
Mom, it's me. It's Emily. I need help. Please, they're going to hurt me.
Her heart skipped. It was her daughter Emily, but something felt off. The voice was shaking, pleading for help, but it sounded distant, almost too distant. The words, they were too frantic, too raw. Lily's blood ran cold as the voice on the other end screamed again and again. Emily's voice was desperate. "They've taken me, Mom. I'm locked in a room. They're going to kill me." The desperation in her voice was enough to make Lily drop to her knees. Every instinct screamed for her to act, to rush to her daughter. But what could she do?
Emily, baby, where are you? I'm coming. Please, just hold on. Where are you?
But the call didn't end there. Minutes later, Lily received another call. Same number, but this time there was no crying, only a cold, robotic voice.
"You have 15 minutes to wire $15,000. No police, no hesitation, or she dies."
Lily felt the world stop moving. Was this a prank? Was it a hoax? How could anyone do this? But then she heard it, the faintest, chilling echo of Emily's scream. And the truth hit her like a freight train. It wasn't a joke. It was real. Terrified, Lily didn't waste a second. She didn't think, didn't reason. She just followed the instructions, transferred the money, all the while hearing her daughter's cries in the back of her mind. The moment the transaction was complete, silence, absolute silence. Lily waited for the phone to ring again, for Emily's voice to come through, but nothing, not a word, no relief, no rescue. Minutes turned to hours, and Lily was left in the dark. No sign of her daughter, no answers. Was it a sick joke? Had someone found a way to manipulate her emotions, her love for her child, into something twisted and vile? And then, the knock. Lily opened the door, heart in her throat, praying for it to be Emily. But instead, standing in front of her was a man, tall, unshaven, with a blank expression. He held a small, crumpled piece of paper.
"We're sorry. It's over now."
Lily looked at him, her hands trembling. "What's over?" she whispered. The man didn't answer. He simply handed her the paper. It was a receipt, a transfer receipt, showing that the money Lily had sent wasn't even received by anyone claiming to have Emily. Instead, it had gone to an anonymous account, one that was already wiped clean. Confusion, anger, terror. It was all too much. Lily had no idea who had done this, or why, or where Emily was, but she was certain of one thing. It wasn't a prank. It was a well-executed scam, an AI-driven nightmare designed to prey on the vulnerable. In the days that followed, the mystery deepened. Authorities were called, but they found nothing. No trace of Emily, no trace of the scammer. Just an eerie silence that enveloped Lily's life like a suffocating fog. But Lily would stop at nothing to find the truth. And then she received another call. Lily picked up, expecting the worst. But when the voice on the other end spoke, it wasn't Emily. It wasn't even human.
"You've been played. Everything you thought you knew was a lie. The person you loved most doesn't exist."
Was Emily ever real? Had the entire thing been a figment of her imagination? A carefully crafted illusion? Or had someone gone to terrifying lengths to erase her daughter from her memory? Lily would never get the answers she needed, and neither will you. But ask yourself this: what if you, too, were being watched? What if someone out there knows your fears, your family's weaknesses, and is just waiting to push you to the edge? The truth is, no one is ever truly safe.